Hello, this is Danny Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide. I've been observing a negative strain in the comment sections of my latest videos and in the creator community in general. Even the normally level-headed morphologist is creating videos about losing hope. The proximate cause of all this was the release view changing to show 4.0 and all the jazz that is part of it, server meshing, Pyro, the new mission types, to be a fourth quarter release. Now, I understand that this has been a long and frustrating wait, but there is a fundamental truth behind it, one that really ought to have been obvious. 4.0 was always going to be a fourth quarter release. 4.0 is not just another quarterly release. It's the most significant addition to the game, whether you measure it by technology, scope, or gameplay, since the persistent universe was added in 3.0. It isn't being called 4.0 on a whim. It deserves that designation. Now, we often wonder whether marketing drives everything at CIG, but in the case of an announcement with something of the import of 4.0, marketing is always going to be the lead department, no matter what the company. So, 4.0 was always going to be a Citizencon drop, 3 weeks into Q4. There was no way ever that 4.0 would go to a non-NDA PTU, so that every streamer on the planet would have shown off everything about it prior to the big show at Citizencon, and thus render all the presentations and announcement at Citizencon old news. So the sensible course would be that the EVO NDA will run right up to the start of Citizencon on October 19th and then drop during or after Citizencon for maximum effect. No press before Citizencon, a flood of press after Citizencon. It isn't hard to understand. The timing of every major tease or announcement about Pyro has always been a Citizencon event. Of course, the real McCoy Pyro would be as well. Although, to be perfectly honest, at this Citizencon, I'm looking for some panels on the systems beyond Pyro, too. Now, what this could be is a Citizencon announcement of 4.0, followed by a short-term technology preview free-fly, or a Citizencon announcement followed by a direct from Evocati to Open PTU. Now, how long after that will we see a live version? Hey, my crystal ball is only so good, but the past history with fourth quarter releases is that if it isn't live by Christmas, we won't see live until New Year's. More near term, I expect that now that 3.24 is live, we will soon see CIG scrape together everything ready enough to start testing and begin a feature incomplete but very long Evocati stage. Waiting until they had everything ready before starting Evocati on a release as big as 4.0 would be overwhelming to the testers anyway. And with that out of the way, I thought it would be good to talk a little bit under the covers about how to better handle the emotional roller coaster of being a backer. Because unless you are really new around here, this obviously isn't the first and won't be the last disappointment that will come your way as a backer. Now, how do you keep these bumps from giving you whiplash? And for that, I'm going to rely on some very old wisdom. Marcus Aurelius had perhaps the toughest job in the world, emperor of the Roman Empire. And unlike the more famous ones, he was both sane and competent. And perhaps as a cause or result of this, he recorded his thoughts before turning in for the night. And unintentionally, he created what is considered a masterwork of ethical philosophy, Meditations. So let's start with this one. You have the power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You have no control over whether a release is buggy or not, whether a feature gets fixed or not. You have no control. You can control, though, your reaction to it. You can control whether you are angry, frustrated, or indifferent. Whichever you do, the timetable of the game will not change, but you will. If your reaction is automatic, it changed from Q3 to Q4, ergo I must be angry and despair, then the game controls you, not you control you. If your reaction is based on, say, what someone else reacts to on their YouTube channel, they control you, and not you control you. Being your own master of your reactions is what gives you power over things over which you are powerless, like game development. And that, in a nutshell, is what Stoicism is. Or to put it another way, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. So if you're losing hope, that's actually on you. You can revoke it, along with you if you are feeling angry, disappointed, or whatever. You can choose to just enjoy what is in 3.24, to be fixated that it still isn't 4.0, or take a vacation. Neither will change the completion of 4.0 by a day, but they will change you. As Marcus Aurelius also said, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. So what is the perspective you bring to this? Is your perspective that the world is full of incompetence, full of unexpected events, or full of things to be enjoyed right now because life's too short to not be focused on what exists rather than what doesn't? All three are true and always have been and always will be. Which do you live in? And then there is this one more quote from Marcus Aurelius. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Think of that. Nearly 2 millennia ago, this Roman emperor is dreaming of spaceflight. How utterly fundamental to the human condition is this dream of running among the stars, of being, a star runner. And maybe we get too caught up in the details to appreciate the wonder of just being able to watch the stars and see ourselves running with them. And that's my perspective. I'm having fun already. And on the subject of fun, I've been having fun on a side project that will be the subject of a set of videos coming up. But I think, hey, CIG does sneak peeks of what's coming ahead. Why shouldn't I? So here it is, a sneak peek. Look quick. And now for an update on our ship giveaways. To start with, we have a special membership level to cover the cost of doing live coverage at Citizencon with its own giveaway for a Hull C, the colossal cargo container carrying craft. And although I am still expecting to make the trip to Manchester, the giveaway, just to be sure, will occur even if for unforeseen circumstances, the live coverage will have to be done remote. Plus, we have our regular Grow the Channel ship giveaway for the Zippy Zazzy Zaftig Zephyr, the Zeus 2 cargo, of which we are just waiting for the subscriber goal for, as well as the marvelous multiplayer, multi-role mining meta, the Arasta. One entry per video, be a member for automatic entry with each video, or subscribe and comment, somehow including the secret word. And the secret word for this video is what you think the sneak peek is of. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Danny Raymond for Ray's Guide.